Today we're going to show you pie irons. The pie irons come both round and square. Some prefer the round. I prefer the square. First thing we do is spray them with Pam. Now, the next thing we do is butter the bread, and you do it just as you are doing grilled cheese. Spread it pretty nice.
And make sure your butter is soft.
Hard butter, of course, on fresh bread is a little tougher. You, of course, butter both pieces of bread, and it's best to butter them both first thing, because sometimes people forget to butter part two. After you butter your bread, you put one piece face down,
butter side down,
on the pie iron, and there's multiple things you can do. Today we're making pizza, and we have some pizza sauce. Some people do it a little more generously than that, but it's up to you. Any meats that you want to put on it, and this one is going to have pepperoni slices. And again, however many you want on there, it's up to you.
And because this is the round one, you don't do the edges.
And now we're going to put on mozzarella cheese. And it doesn't matter if it's thin or thick, because it's going to melt anyway. And I too like it generous. And whatever else you have on hand, mushrooms, black olives, whatever. Then part two, you put the other piece on top. Of course, butter side face up. Now you hook the pie irons together, and you put it somewhere that you can, and you have to kind of push the bread in so you don't squeeze it out. Squeeze hard. Lock the latch. And then over to the fire. And basically what you need is nice coals or a hot fire. Leave it there for approximately 2.5 to 3 minutes.
But check it.
Flip it over and about the same, and check to make sure it's the way you would like it. And you don't want to burn it, so don't leave it there too long. Don't run off and, oh my goodness, come back and it's charred. Then you got to start all over again.
And the edge pieces on a round one will fall off into the fire.
See, in my opinion, the round ones waste too much bread, and you don't get as much to eat. I like the square ones. The square ones also seal, but there is little to no waste. But that's your choice, round or square. They both taste the same. And you notice just how the corners just fell off as she turned it over. And any of the part that is still hanging out, you kind of scrape off, preferably before you open the pie iron, because it just makes it easier. You don't have to just do pizza. You can get pie filling, have cherry pie, apple pie, blueberry pie, etc., etc. Almost anything you can imagine, you can put in here.
And when you take a pie out, you dump it in powdered sugar. Oh, that's just heaven. Diabetic's nightmare, though. But
Okay, now she's going to check and just see. No,
Nope,
not
not
quite.
ready.
I'll turn it over again.
Nope,
No,
not
not quite.
ready.
Because needless to say, your fire can be hotter at any time, then it takes it a little longer to do it. Sometimes your coals are so hot, it's just like a minute, minute and a half. But it's average about 2.5 minutes per side. And some people do get impatient, I know.
Well, you don't want it burnt.
Yes, you don't want it burnt. And what also is very nice about this is you can lay out all kinds of ingredients, and then people can choose just how do they want their pizza.
Nope.
Well,
Nope.
see, it's still not quite done. She's not leaving it in far long enough.
Long enough. Let me get the latch down.
And that latch really helps to keep it together, and put it over there in the middle. There's where the coals are. So now it should be maybe another minute on each side. These can be purchased in Walmart,
Canadian Tire.
Canadian Tire in Canada, probably most sporting stores.
Make sure you get the ones that are Teflon lined, though. That's very important.
They're
If you-
not very expensive.
They're under 20. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
They can be cheaper at different places.
Yeah, check the different stores for the prices.
You want to make sure that you have
You also, yes,
the wood handles.
wood handles, not plastic, because plastic will melt, and you do need nice handles on it because the whole pie iron all the way up to the handles is hot. Let's check again. Oh, we're getting closer. And one word of caution: when it is ready to eat and you dump it on your plate, it is going to be extremely hot inside, so you don't want to burn your mouth.
Let it cool down a lot.
Yeah, it needs to cool down a little bit. And of course, the more pie irons you have for your family, the quicker people get to eat. I mean, here we only have 3 pie irons, but there are 4 people, so one had to kind of wait until the next pie iron was available. We're going to check again. Okay.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, that's good. Let's try this side.
Nope.
Little more. So the fire is kind of dwindling down, or the coals are dwindling down, so it's taking a little extra length of time.
But you don't want fire. You want coals.
Coals are preferable.
Think I should go?
I would check it again, because I think this time is going to be a go.
Good enough.
Turn it over the other way. Great.
That one's perfect. That's good enough because I'm hungry.
So now, you just take it back to your plate. Very carefully, open it up. Undo the latch first. And it should just pop out because you did it right. And now, let it cool for a minute and enjoy. And we'll watch her take her first bite and yell because it's too hot.
Yeah, well, no, I'm not going to take my first bite yet.
Okay, but there it is. One pie iron pizza. So eat and enjoy.
Oh yeah, it's real hot.
Yes. And this is brought to you by Mother Nature's Outside.
Ooh, pepperoni came out.
That's what they look like, just like little pancakes. And the inside is, you could kind of say, like a Hot Pocket.
My cheese is right in there.
But this is so much better. Enjoy.
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit.